Hello everyone, it's Bakamitai here. Lately I've been getting into playing Among Us quite a bit. And so in the time that I've actually been playing it, I've noticed a couple of mistakes that people tend to make here and there, both as imposters and as crewmates. So this first section of the video is going to be about how to avoid mistakes if you're an imposter, but also how to, I guess, prove you're innocent. Now, there are a lot of jobs to do on the station. Some of these jobs have visual indicators and some of them don't. I'll be going over the more obvious ones, but then I'll go over ones that are a little bit more subtle in just a moment. So, two of the more obvious ones are located here in the med bay and here in weapons. So, this one is pretty common knowledge. When you go to the med bay, there is a scanner here. If you have the scanning job as your job for this area, all you have to do is hop on it, and anyone who sees you will instantly know that you're not an imposter, as imposters cannot do jobs around the space station. Now, one thing I like to do is if people are starting to suspect me and I am actually a innocent person, I will ask the entire group if they can come with me to the med bay and watch me do a scan if I have this job available. That often helps clear my name. But one thing you don't want to do, and this is a mistake that a lot of people do, they will often go into the med bay on their own. There will be one other person there, and it's a bit of a meme at this point, but they will scan in front of that person, think, okay, this person's going to be my alibi. They know I'm innocent, and then they just kill them, and then they jump into this vent here. So moving on to the next one. The next one here is a little bit obvious as well. So when I start doing this mini game here, I want you to pay attention to these cannons over here. So as you can see, when I was actually doing that job, not necessarily every time I was shooting, but there was an animation accompanying what I was doing. So you know that whoever's at that chair is actually doing that job. So moving on. Now, as imposters can't actually do jobs, what they will often do is they will stand in front of things like this, and they'll just stand here for the amount of time that it will take to do that job, sometimes less, which helps give them away, and then they'll leave. That's fine if they're doing something like this, which does not have a visual indicator. But one thing that I find a lot of people, both people in my social circle and people that I've played with online, a lot of people don't know that the shield actually has an animation too. So if you look at these two things down here, they both look like two fluorescent bulbs. What you want to do is, if you're an imposter and these are turned off, you really don't want to pretend to do this task while someone who knows about it is in the game with you. Because what happens is, once the job is done, they light up. So if you stand here pretending to do the job and then you decide, I'm going to walk away now, and they're not illuminated, someone like me will just run away, hit the emergency button, and tell on you. Now, one thing is though, more than one person can actually get this job depending on the settings, which means that if they're already turned on, the imposter can theoretically just stand here and pretend, because I mean, they don't go back off. So visually anyway, once they're on, they're on. Now this next one brings us back to the cafeteria. It is a two-parter. So this one here does not have any animation. But once you do that one, it will lead you down to this area, down to storage. And so once you come down here and do the same job, keep an eye down here and you'll see an animation play. As you can see, a lot of rubbish just got ejected from the garbage chute, and that's how you know that if someone stands here, you can tell if they're doing the job or not. There is one more animation that I know of in this level, and that is when you're actually activating the security cameras. The security cameras will blink with a red light if someone's watching. So I've had a lot of people kill people in these hallways in order to just because nobody was around. And what they didn't realize was that this red light, they either didn't notice it or they thought that it was something that was on by default. So just to reiterate, this red light will only be blinking if someone is in the console here. Now, if you're an imposter, you can also use that to your advantage because this room is obviously quite closed off. In fact, there's even a door here that you can close. So if you come in here and you see someone on their own, you can actually use that to your advantage. For the sake of showing a demonstration, I've actually decided to just give a quick demonstration as to how this can be useful. So let's say you're walking through the hallways and this light here is blinking. Well, then you know that someone is obviously watching the cameras. So what you do is you just open up your sabotage map, click here, kill him, and then you just jump into the vent over here. Another cool thing about vents is you can actually check what's happening in the area before you jump out. One of my favorite things to do is to catch people in here, kill them, and then go back into the vent. Now, I haven't been able to find any other jobs that have animations on this level. If you do know of any that I missed, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. But otherwise, for the most part, every other job is pretty straightforward. You got your wire jobs, you got your downloading and stuff like that. So for the most part, you can stand next to anything else you know has a job, and because this would be right here, you'd connect the wires and you're uploading data, and these are really just a good excuse to just sort of stand still and make sure that there's no one else around before you do what you need to do. Beyond that, not really too much else to discuss regarding animation, so I'll end this video and I hope you guys found this very useful and I hope you guys have a lovely week. Hello everyone, thank you very much for watching my video. What I've actually done after this clip is I've actually included a quick sped up clip of some of the other jobs around the station, just so you can sort of see a visual representation of the various jobs around the station that do not have animations. So if you're interested in that, stay on the video and I guess listen to the cool music.